Welcome back. Today we're continuing our discussion of the second of our fundamental rights, the right to liberty. And this time we're going to talk about the fact that we're a republic. Now it's interesting, the mainstream media continues to refer to America as a democracy, but we're not. We're actually a republic. And the difference among them, the most important, is that we are based on the rule of law. In a nation that is founded on the rule of law, everyone is equal before the bar of the law. We've all seen the pictures of Lady Justice with the blindfold, because it isn't supposed to matter who you are. It's supposed to matter how you behaved. No one is supposed to be above the law, and no one is supposed to be outside of the dictates of the law. When we talk about illegal immigration, I always think it's funny because what we're told is, well, those folks didn't break any law. It began with the word illegal. They broke the law in the way that they entered the country. Now, the United States allows more immigrants, more than 1 million a year, enter this country legally. So it isn't that we don't allow immigrants, but it's that you need to follow the correct legal procedure for getting here. If you break the law, you broke the law, and there are consequences to that. When an individual or a government entity, for example, sanctuary cities, declare that, I don't like this law, I'm just not following it, we no longer have the rule of law, we have the rule of whim. And that's the very definition of a tyranny, that sometimes I enforce the law and sometimes I don't enforce the law, and nobody actually knows which time is which. We hear a lot that this is a victimless crime, but open borders hurt all of us. Drugs are pouring across the border. So if we're going to talk about the opioid crisis, which we need to start by closing the borders and cutting off the flow of those drugs. We need to talk about the criminal elements inside of the illegal immigrant population. We need to talk about sanctuary cities and the harboring of those who have broken the law by getting here. If we actually want to maintain our republic, we need to come together to say the law applies equally to everyone. Because if one law can be broken at will, any law can be broken at will, and then we have chaos. So it's important for us to realize that liberty actually begins with law, and we need to follow it consistently and equitably for everyone. And that's an important piece of who we are as a nation. And it's something we need to be willing to talk about without being afraid of it, without feeling like somehow we're going to be punished or persecuted for standing firm for the fact that we are all equal before the bar of the law. Tomorrow we're going to begin talking about pursuit of happiness. Hope to see you then.